Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, how are you today? It's a beautiful day in the neighbourhood, a beautiful day to be a neighbour. Won't you be mine, won't you be mine, won't you be my neighbour? Right, second video for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a different topic for you, and that was that cfmeu, you know, what the fake news or the news that you watch 7, 9 and 10 are all calling a protest in the city. You know, and they were labelled extremists, and they were labelled, you know, all of these names. Ladies and gentlemen, I was watching that from the beginning till the end. I was there, it was started at 8 o'clock in the morning. You could find live feeds. I don't know if they're all been, like, taken away now, but on the day you could have live feeds. There was many live feeds for you to watch, and you could watch it all unfold yourself, yeah? Now, I swear on a Bible that there was nobody there doing anything other than waiting outside of the offices peacefully and protesting. They were peaceful the entire morning. Now, the CFME boss, Tazaki, if that's his name, I don't fucking know his name properly, the secretary there, Tazakis, or yeah, that's his name. Now, the whole time he's coming outside and he's telling his delegates that he represents. He's paid. They're union members. So he works for them, okay? He represents them, okay? Now, all of these paid members out the front that have to get a jab by Tuesday, I believe. They have to get a jab, or they can't have their job. So they're all outside the office there, and they were sitting down, they were drinking, they were talking, they were silently protesting. There was nothing violent and anything going on the entire time. Now, the CFMeu around the secretary guy came out about every 2 or 3 hours, and he was telling the guys that he was going to go and march with them to Parliament. He was supporting them, you know, everything. Okay? I'm coming with you boys. Just hang on a minute. I've got a few calls to make, a few things to organise. I'm coming with you. As he should. As he should. Now, at around 3:30 in the afternoon, this person, traitor to his own people, you could just call him a traitor, really. I love traitors, aren't they fucking easy to point out, ladies and gentlemen? In these high-paid positions. You got to remember, they're highly paid. Highly paid. He has made an announcement on 3AW. He went on there to the radio station, and he's gone on an interview, and he called everybody out there extremists. That's what he called his own members. It's disgusting. They weren't extremists, they weren't anything. They were sitting there peacefully until you opened up your fucking mouth and called them an extremist. And that was it. How fucking dare you? So that was where it all escalated. And the boys threw a few flares, they kicked a few things around, they caused up a bit of a muss and a fuss. But the police came in, hundreds and hundreds of them, with their batons, and dispersed everything out, and as the big government does, you know, as what they're well known to be doing. And they're not shy on using their violence in order to get their way, because that's the one way that a government does rule, is through violence. Through threats. If you don't do what I want you to do, this is what's going to happen to you. And that's how a government rules. They don't rule through the majority of people agreeing to something. They rule through aggression. They rule through you doing what I want you to do, or you're going to pay this price. That's how they rule. That's how a government gets power. Until people revolt and don't wish to give them any more power than they already have. And what you had the other day, yesterday, was a perfect example of them saying to their secretary and the fucking union, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You've made a separate fucking agreement with the government in order to get us in to toe the line. You want to make an agreement with the government. That's what you did. You betrayed your own people, Zazaki. You betrayed your own people. And then you went on there and portrayed them as extremists. Like they've done something, you know, what they did was completely wrong. And you and I both know they didn't. And I was watching it, and a lot of other people were watching that whole thing live. So, and then I went onto the TV, and because I never believed really in the fake news and that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, but it was so blatant. The news just portrayed them as extremist, rah, 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 rah. Like, seriously. They absolutely gave them a flogging. And in the end, they closed it all down. Wasn't that the whole idea, ladies and gentlemen, in the first place? You know, remember that solution they come up with, problem, reaction, solution? That's what I think it was, this whole time. The problem, how do you close the construction industry? Because they've always been working this entire time. And we need them closed. Oh, they're a fucking super spreader. They're going everywhere. So we need that industry closed completely. How do you do it? There you go. Reaction, solution. They closed the whole fucking thing down. So they pissed the workers off. They generated the energy in the workers. They got them doing their fucking thing at the front of the offices. And the government's come out and said, oh, for your own safety, you know, we're going to close everything down now. That's it. So the government does not care about the people that are vaccinated. Don't you get it? They don't give a fuck. I mean, you've got workers out there that are double vaccinated. They went and done exactly what the government said, what the government demanded, mandatory. Right, through the company, not through their own mandatation, through a company. They make the company mandate it. They don't mandate it themselves. And that's how because they can't do the mandate, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got a constitution. And that's why the government can't come out and mandate it. But they can have the companies come and do it because they're a private corporation. And the private corporation can do whatever the fuck it wants, right? So that's why they've dodged this mandatory, oh, they can come out and say, oh, we don't make anything mandatory. It's not mandatory. No. But you and I both know that all the business, you're not going to be able to go anywhere, right? And which is the next video. We're going to stick it up every fucking business there is. Don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to sit down and take this fucking easily. All right? Like, seriously, you want to segregate the fucking people? Yeah, this is going to make a good video, okay? We're back to the 1840s, ladies and gentlemen. We're segregating the people now, vaxxed and unvaxxed. That's going to go down real fucking well. But get back to the cfmeu. I believe the whole thing was a setup. I believe it was a problem, reaction, solution. Complete scenario that they played out. And they played it all down to the books because, mate, they don't care about the people that are vaccinated. Those people that are vaccinated also can't go to work. They can't go and do their apprenticeships. They can't go and do on the work site. Even though they're double vaccinated, they still can't go. Okay? So the government doesn't give a fuck about anything like that. It wants it closed. Period. That's it. Period. Closed. All those businesses emptied. All those paychecks don't get paid. People don't go to work. You understand? That's what they want. They want the economy fucking destitute. They want it destroyed. They want it fucking... So when it does open, ladies and gentlemen, cunts are fucking broke. There is no life. There is no fucking anything. It's destitute. People are down to their last chips, ladies and gentlemen. They're down to their last fucking throw of the cards in order to survive out there. Now you're trying to tell me that they're going to magically open up the fucking businesses and everything's going to go back to normal? Yeah, they're fucking dreaming. That ain't happening. A lot of these people have completely gone broke. Fucking, what are you talking? Completely fucking gone. And these politicians are so highly paid. So we've got to make a little video for them too. And their fucking high wages. It's incredible how people that are sitting on, 14 grand a week, 12 grand a week, they don't lose anything. They've gained. They've had 4 pay rises since this began. So the politician is doing very well out of the COVID. Very well. He and she doesn't have to really do anything, do they, these days? The parliament is closed. So they don't have to do anything. They just get paid. It must be wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, to sit back and be earning 5 and 6 and 8 grand a week and you don't have to fucking do anything for it except complain, try and make up new fucking laws for the people to obey. I'm done with your fucking laws. I am done with your mandates. We'll make a separate video about that. But your mandates and what you are demanding of people, Andrews, you can stick that in your fucking ass, cunt. None of us is going to be obeying that fucking shit. None of us. double vax before you can go in anywhere. Otherwise you can't go into the place, you can't go in and enjoy, get a haircut, you can't go to the doctor, you can't go to the dentist, you can't go anywhere without a fucking double vax. And then they want you, what do you call it, tracked and traced. You've got to fucking do the check-in wherever you go. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, stop doing the check-in. Stop complying everywhere you go. The police are using the check-in codes to find anybody even with a fine. I swear to God. They have, look it up yourself, the police have gotten this already inquired with whoever is running it and court orders to get information just about cases. You know, that's all they want. It's nothing to do with health. This is purely on other circumstances, which is one of the things they can get it on. So they use that's in the track and trace. So the police can easily get that information of who's going where and what's going what. If you owe any fines or anything like that, that clocks you in. Okay? So they're going to fucking grab your ass. So you are not fucking safe anywhere you go in this fucking shithole of a fucking country, in this shithole of a fucking world that we live in. You are walking on a fucking open plantation, ladies and gentlemen. You are nothing more than a debt slave. Nothing fucking more. And you can walk around and do whatever you want in the open plantation, but you must obey the rules. Obey the authority. If you don't, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to come looking for you. And they will come knocking on your door. They will come and ask you questions even though you're not arrested. They come and have a little talk to you here. This is Australia. God bless Australia. The police are so worried about any comments that you make, they'll come and talk to you at the door. And if they don't like your answers, ladies and gentlemen, you can get what's called Section 5. You see, that's what they're pulling now, ladies and gentlemen. Be very careful talking to any of these blue coats or any of these government officials, because what they can do is they can Section 5 you. So they can place you under arrest under Section 5. Now, what Section 5 is, if you have a little look at it, it's medical. It's medical. You're not thinking properly. You're not talking properly. You're not going along with what, there's something wrong with you. So you need to come with us and have a talk. You need to come and get medicated because you're not doing very good. So be very, very careful on what you say, okay? Because they will Section 5 you. So anyway, have a good day. Thank you very much for viewing. I do have more to say to you, but I've got work to do now, and I've got fucking things I need to calculate and things I need to do. And I've got to be very careful. Pure as that. But take it easy. Thank you for viewing, and give us a sub, give us a fucking like. Other than that, you can stick it in your ass. I don't give a fuck. I'm only joking. Take it easy, boys.